With Better Call Saul coming to an end, I'd like to pay homage to the characters of the series in the most respectful way I could think of, by evaluating them on their viability in an intimate relationship. Now, before we continue into our ratings, I'd like to specify this video will contain absolutely no spoilers whatsoever, so if you have not finished the series, you don't have to worry about that. With all that being said, we're going to begin rating the characters starting from characters of lesser importance and working our way all the way up to the most important character of the series, Huel Babineau. Now let's begin.
I think I'm in the middle of something. There's really no need to...
Kicking off our list with a bang is Howard Holland Head Hamlin. And I know what you're probably thinking. Isn't talking about Howard this early on the list kind of disrespectful to his character's importance to the show? Absolutely not, and here's why. If the writers of Better Call Saul really wanted me to respect Howard Hamlin, they wouldn't have constantly treated him like the show's Meg Griffin. Now, even though I don't respect Howard, he definitely has a lot of positive traits going for him when it comes to him being your partner/lover. For starters, he's a smart guy, he's conventionally handsome, wealthy, and in the legal world, he's an alpha male. But the key words there are, in the legal world. Outside the legal realm, Howard Hamlin is a no-fun-having prude who allows his wife to wear the pants in their relationship, effectively making Howard her little bitch.
Oh, yeah. Been sleeping in the guest house for the better part of a year.
Howard Hamlin would make a solid pick for a woman who wants to run rampant and gallivant with other men while her weak husband stays home and watches the kids. Rating, 5 out of 10.
Oh, hey, I don't know about you, but I would love a little John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's really have fun with this one, okay, Kettle Team? Let's do this.
Here's Johnny!
Speaking of women who wear the pants in their relationship, we have Mrs. Kettleman. Betsy Kettleman, better known as Dora the Explorer's white cousin, also reminds me of the crazy girlfriend meme from like 2010. Betsy is not only overbearingly controlling of her sissified, bimbified little bitch of a husband, she also thinks she can treat the other people around her the same way. And it really shows in how she tries to strong-arm others to get what she wants.
I know you don't want us going to Howard Hamlin, because whatever it is you're up to, I'm sure he would be very interested.
Okay, let's just go easy on the threats.
We want our lives back.
Honestly, just like most women, Betsy doesn't have many redeeming qualities that would make her a worthwhile partner, besides the fact she's very family-oriented. And she also cares for her kids, which in turn would make her a good mother, but not a good wife. Rate, 2 out of 10.
Nothing I can do, total eclipse of the heart.
So, Ernie's a character who doesn't have much of a personality, but he drives a cool car, kind of like some unnamed members of my old friend group. Anyways, unlike my old friend group, Ernie is actually loyal to his friends and shows up for them when they need him. Ernesto is smart, loyal, and no homo, a handsome young stallion. For a black guy. Rate, 7 out of 10.
That's not how it works. You submit the paperwork and you get a date. Period.
What don't you understand about finessing?
Do you guys remember the fat girl in grade school who would always tattle on you as a kid? Well, she grew up and is now named Erin Brill. Erin is a goody two-shoes who plays everything by the book, which probably means any sort of sex you'd have with her would be very vanilla. Although on paper, Erin might seem like she doesn't have much going for her looking at her physical attributes, you might actually be finding a diamond in the rough here by choosing her. I think it's no secret that Erin is a little bit on the heavier side, but with a little bit of exercise and a lot less extra fries, she can become a pretty attractive woman. Her personality would still be shit though. Rate 4 out of 10.
This is my response, Mr. McGill. You have no good faith basis to threaten any litigation. This is a shakedown, and we both know it.
Richard Schweiker is the definition of a short king. Schweiker is significantly shorter than literally everyone around him, but is still a big dog in the legal world, and has his own practice. Despite having his balls tickled if he ran through tall grass, Rich is a pretty good looking guy who looks like Kenny Rogers. So what he lacks in height can easily be made up with shoe lifts. Rate 6 out of 10.
Nah. Hey! What are you doing? Keep it up here. I've got an image to keep.
With this ranking, we're lumping the 2 characters with the most personality and dialogue in the whole series together for one ranking. The Salamanca Twins are very family-oriented, which probably means if you were seeing them, you'd have to suffer through a lot of uncomfortable family gatherings that smell like Modelo and Axe body spray. All jokes and funny ha-has aside, the Salamanca Twins would be great partners if they were women because they would know when to shut the fuck up. And also because they'd be identical twins, so you'd have an excuse for cheating on them. Realistically though, if you were a woman, the Salamanca Twins would be a perfect, strong, mysterious, silent type to come home to. Rate 6 out of 10.
Cucumber water for customer only.
If you enjoy calling a Chinese restaurant and ordering your food, chances are you'd enjoy living with Mrs. Nuen. Although she's a cutie 3.14 GF from like Japan or China or something, Mrs. Nuen would probably nag you to death if you were her husband, and definitely make you sleep on the couch if you piss her off. Rate 3 out of 10.
Sorry, I'll take care of that.
I tried calling Hector Salamanca today, but he hung up after one ring. Don Hector, although wheelchair bound, is quite the player and really knows how to work the ladies for his own gain.
Sorry, I'll take care of that.
Now, I know having a partner in a wheelchair that you probably would have to change the diapers of isn't for everyone, but considering the fat stash of cash and social status you'd receive by being the bride/groom of Hector Salamanca, that might be worth the anguish. Still gets a 4 out of 10 though, because he wouldn't be able to walk his kids down the aisle.
There's no way in hell you can legally run these.
The only reason I put her on the list is because there aren't a lot of women in the Better Call Saul universe. Her character is boring and her haircut's ugly. Rate 4 out of 10.
The gods may throw the dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all.
Charles McGill is just like your average 5 out of 10 white woman because he has a made-up mental illness. Also like your average 5 out of 10 white woman, Charles is envious and spiteful of his younger sibling for having success of his own. To summarize, Chuck is basically a BPD-ridden white woman who even kills himself like one. Rate 1 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Before I started researching for this video, I didn't even know the drama girl had a name, but apparently her name's Sherry, so that's cool to know. Sherry's voice is pretty annoying, but you can circumvent this just by having her give you a blowy instead. Outside of her voice, she really doesn't have that many negatives, and Sherry will even come whenever you call her and has a pretty big heart, as seen here when she didn't accept Jimmy's payment when he was struggling.
No, I can't.
It's okay.
That's yours. You earned it.
But you're losing money.
She's also probably kind of freaky too, due to her being a theater girl. Rate 7 out of 10. Lalo has all the added baggage of dating a Salamanca, along with being highly entrusting of others, which is not good if you live a secretive lifestyle. Along with this, Lalo is a stud, but he also has psychopathic tendencies, so don't be surprised if he kills the family dog for pooping in the house. Rate 3 out of 10.
All I want is for whoever killed Maddie to rot in a cell for the rest of their life, and then I want whatever's left of them just dumped in the trash. That's what I want.
Stacy is the spinning image of the Stacy from the Chad memes, and is probably the hottest character on the show besides Huel Babineau. Stacy has a good job as a nurse, so you don't have to worry about finances as long as you both have a job. But she will always be working, so keep that in mind. She also has the added negative of making you a stepdad, so there's always that. Also, do you really want Mike Trout eyeing you up because you're banging his dead son's wife? Rate 5 out of 10 due to circumstances.
You do it, dude.
Oh, where you going? Yo, lady, we pay rent.
You can do it. It's a simple up and down motion, like you're used to.
I really like Francesca's character because she acts the same way I do to people at my job.
Move.
So she's already winning some brownie points for that. But not too many though, because just looking at her, I don't really think she needs any more brownies in her digestive system. Honey Tits is a loyal woman who can clearly put up with a lot of shit, and Snickers bars. So because of that, she will get the highest rating a fat woman can out of 10. Rate 4 out of 10.
And you know what else, Hector? I put you in that chair.
Now, I'm gonna piss some people off with this, but I'm not crazy about Nacho, due to the simple fact that it took the writers 5 seasons to make us care about this shoehorned in character, whose personality is that he loves his dad, and he crippled Hector Salamanca. Rate 5 seasons weight out of 6 for becoming an actually interesting character. Look, outside of being associated with Mike Trout, I get very annoyed with Vince Gilligan throwing in this random black guy as a drug boss for the sake of diversity. And I especially do not care about him in his chicken chain restaurant. Look, Gus might be cute and all, but his character just feels like something Vince Gilligan put into the show to appease the liberal media and CNN. I don't know, maybe they'll release a graphic novel or something expanding on the events after Better Call Saul. But until then, he will just seem like a diversity hire. Rate 2 Salamanca brothers out of 10.
And then this guy just wrote no.
There's just something about a bald guy women love. Instead of being called Better Call Saul, the show might as well just be called Better Call Mike, because he shows up whenever you call him. Mike is a strong silent type that makes the women flock to him, while also being a protector and a provider. Unlike some other characters in the show who seemingly only have shallow motives of making money, Mike's motive is to provide for his granddaughter and her mother, and who doesn't love a family guy? Rate 9 out of 10.
Kim, you're shitting me, right?
Kim Muscle Mommy Wexler has a really nice personality. Now honestly, I don't know if I can give Kim's character much justice through my words here, but when Jimmy finally gets sent to federal prison in the final episode, Kim makes sure to come and visit her former husband and friend because after all these years, and after all the shit he put her through, she still loved him. And when you bundle Kim's smarts, loyalties, and good looks together, I think there's no doubt in my mind that Kim is the most breedable woman on the show. Rate 10 out of 10.
Just go. Thank you.
Okay, well, best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Go. Goodbye. Go. Sorry about that.
Now, I think we can all agree Jimmy's character is one of the strongest on the show. But to me, there's one glaring issue that confuses me till this day with some of the Jimmy scenes. At the start of each season and throughout the last few episodes, the show randomly goes black and white, while time traveling back to the past before Saul changed his name from Gene Takovich to Jimmy McGill. I find the time travel scenes a little cumbersome considering they're so few and far between. But on top of that, the show doesn't even give any context for the random flashbacks of when he worked at Cinnabon. It's just bizarre. Disregarding the weak time travel scenes, Jimmy has a ferocious love for muscle mommy Kim Wexler, and he'll even put aside his me-first attitude for his one true love, as seen in the last episode where he ends up in prison for crimes that aren't shown on the show, by the way. And for some reason, he takes a bullet for Kim by adding more years to his sentence for love or something. So yeah, I think that shows Jimmy's a pretty good lover, but he also gets you involved in situations that you don't want to be in. Rate 9.9 out of 10. On August 29, 2005, the city of New Orleans would become flooded from what the media deemed as a hurricane. Now, what those in power didn't want you to know is the flooding actually started in the dairy department of a local Walmart when Huel Babineau started fondling the local MILFs. Huel would end up flooding over 5,000 women's panties that day just by looking at him, causing the bull-like city of New Orleans to go underwater. Rate 1,833 deaths and $125 billion of damages.